Hello, I'm Dr. Geetha Chimata, and I'm a lecturer with the Clemson University Center for Advanced Manufacturing. I would like to briefly share about my experience this past year working at the CU-CAM. As Dr. Summers has already provided a detailed description of the Advanced Manufacturing program and its activities, I'm going to talk about my top three favorite things about this program. First one I would like to talk about is the student engagement in the program. From the start of this manufacturing program in the last fall, there has been a sense of ownership for the program and dedication from the student side, which has been a great thing to see. They have been very actively engaged in setting up of the lab, new equipment purchases, requesting specific plant tours, and time-to-time feedback on what could make their experience better. This, combined with the office layout with all the student and faculty offices in the same hallway, made student-faculty interactions much easier. I would drop by the lab and see students working, have small talk in the lunch area, or we would have these long conversations during the drives to and from the industry sites during plant trips. These little interactions really helped forge better relationship between us. Not just with me, but also among the students. End result is this work environment where everyone is an equal partner and equally invested in their personal as well as program success. So essentially, you can think of it as a startup kind of environment. And I think that's a great transition to the industry jobs. Next favorite aspect is the small classroom environment. Um, my familiarity with students outside of the classroom and rapport among students enhance the typical benefits of a small classroom. Each student would get noticed. I could get an understanding of the working and learning styles of different students and tailor the class content to maximize individual benefits. I could provide more useful individual feedback, and everyone has more one on one time with the instructor. Discussions are an important part of the class, and because of the small class size and the comfort among the participants, everyone could express their ideas without the fear of judgment. Essentially, our classroom became a community, and the end result, I think, is an enhanced learning experience for them and a better teaching experience for me. The third thing I would like to talk about is the plant tours. I feel incredibly fortunate to get to visit a wide variety of industries along with my students. It really helped bring classroom concepts to life. Good example would be our tour to Club Car facility in Georgia. It's one of the first tours we had. I was just introducing the engineering design process in ME 4010 I was teaching that semester, and the students could see the entire design process applied for a real product from, say, early market surveys to product release during this tour. They could see sustainability and recycling measures, responsible engineering practices that were in place, and so on. Another example is Arlington, North Carolina tour. It's an additive manufacturing company. Students were able to see why additive manufacturing is not just cool, but can also become economically viable at industry scale. The metal additive process they saw there were directly related to the additive manufacturing ME 4560 class I was teaching in the spring. Once again, they could also see the safe practices for metal powder handling and why they are necessary. And more importantly, they could see how serious of an issue safety is in the industry in all the plants they have visited. Our post-tour discussions and student trip reports, they would never fail to amaze me with the depth of the content that's in there. I would observe certain things and students would observe completely different things. And that would make our classroom discussions very lively. The tours really help students see how these concepts from inch-thick textbooks are actually being used in real settings, how they're making things efficiently or what is lacking, and most importantly, how would they fit in as an individual in these settings, as an engineer in these settings, actually. I would see them identifying the problems in the process, and some of these problems actually became our class or capstone design projects. And another great aspect of the plant tours is that they could directly hear from industry folks about what they were looking for from students and understand the gap in the skill set that these students possess or gained in the classroom and what is required of them to succeed in the industry environment and work accordingly. Altogether, I think the plant tours were a great learning as well as networking opportunities, introducing students to potential industry mentors or even employers. So those are my three things, and I hope you'll become part of our advanced manufacturing team, and I will get to hear your favorite things about the program next year.